Now, the United Kingdom's Secretary of State for International Trade is presently on a two-day visit to India. The British Trade Secretary Anne-Marie Trevelyan will launch free trade agreement negotiations in New Delhi. The two-day schedule will include bilateral talks between Trevelyan and the Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal later in the day today. Now, both the ministers are expected to discuss a whole host of different issues, including green trade and the removal of market access barriers for both United Kingdom and Indian businesses. The ministers are also expected to confirm the launch of official negotiations on a new UK-India trade agreement. Now, apart from trade talks, the British minister will also join her Indian counterpart to co-host the 15th UK-India Joint Economic and Trade Committee. This committee will review as to how businesses in both countries are benefiting from existing market access commitments. In the month of May last year, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and India had agreed on enhancing trade partnership. According to the United Kingdom's Department for International Trade, Secretary Trevelyan is expected to meet with several cabinet ministers to discuss closer bilateral cooperation. And according to the latest figures, total trade in terms of goods and services between India and the United Kingdom has been valued at about $32 billion as of 2019. For the United Kingdom, India is its 15th largest trading partner, and Indian investments in Britain support nearly about 95,000 jobs across the country, and 15,000 jobs were newly created by Indian investment in just the last 3 years. A trade deal between the United Kingdom and India could help increase this further and will play a key role to double trade by 2030. Moreover, relaxing immigration restrictions for Indian citizens is also on the cards, and according to reports, visa relaxation options include allowing young Indians the right to live and work in the United Kingdom for up to a period of 3 years. Another will be to cut the visa fees for students and to allow them to stay in Britain for a period of time after they finish their graduation. The visa fee for work and tourism could also be reduced as a sweetener for the deal. And also, WION Siddhant has been tracking this story very closely for us and has sent us a report. Take a look.
Well, today is an important day for India-UK relationship in terms of the launch of the free trade agreement, the launch of the negotiations of the free trade agreement. And for that, Britain's Secretary of State for International Trade is here in Delhi, and she, along with the Indian Trade Minister Piyush Goyal, will launch the talks. We know when it comes to trading ties, there is a trade of over $20 billion between the two countries. There are approximately 600 UK companies here in India, creating 8 lakh jobs. Of course, Indian companies have also invested in UK. And then, of course, there is the Diaspora Connect as well. That, of course, helps in increased engagement between the two countries. And we know that the UK is very keen for a free trade agreement with India in a post-Brexit world. And the launch, of course, comes at a time when India is also having conversations with countries like Australia, Israel, UAE, and of course, there are talks with Canada as well for a free trade agreement. So definitely an important day, and a day which, of course, will shout out how both countries make sure that there is increase in trading relationship between New Delhi and London. With video journalist Anna Siddhant for WION in New Delhi.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.